sorry, it is Sunday, which means no one will be watching this video, so I can do whatever I want. And today I am doing the official Handbook to the Marvel Universe Deluxe Edition, issue 15. And I chose it because it gives us another look at Wonder Man's horrific Jingle Bells costume. In fact, it is very kind to us, and it lets us see it on the very first page. One of my viewers, regular viewer Robin, he believes that this is the best Wonder Man costume, but everyone else thinks that it is the worst. I think it is pretty bad. I was gunning to defend it and try and argue that I saw where it was coming from. It was trying to harken back to his original costume, which very handily you see a picture of underneath it. And it was trying to marry that with something that made his connection to the Vision more apparent. However, about 10 minutes ago, I realised something I am sure I must have realised before, but it hit me like a brick. And that is that the red lines on his torso, the top one is a W. I always knew that, obviously. But the bottom one is an M. And now I hate it for that. I hate the M part. I think it is stupid. I hate the yellow diamond in the middle when the rest of the costume has no yellow. But if you got rid of those parts, if maybe you gave a red belt to break up the green, maybe lower the W a bit, I think it would be fine. Most of the pictures, the insets, they didn't even feature that costume. They feature a range of Wonder Man's fashion choices. This one up here is pretty bad too. But I imagine if you read the issues in black and white, if you read them in Essential Avengers, this costume would look fine. And out here we have some stuff with his jetpack. I have no problem with his jetpack. I prefer the jet belt as it's a bit less obviously something that a bad guy should aim to damage straight away. But the jetpack is fine with me. Wood God here, a minor character that some people like, but most people haven't heard of. I think Robin probably likes Wood God. Wreck-It Ralph here from the Urton crew. And then on the reverse we have his magic crowbar. There's stuff like that. The crowbar, Wonder Man's jetpack, the jet that you'll see in a few pages, all those weapons and objects, the art for them, the schematics and stuff. They got all done by the same artist. Marky Mark and Peter Sandler, they were like the three main players with the Marvel Handbooks. Extra factors, art by Simon Waltonson. Poor Fireface didn't get listed as a member. He was their trainee. And this time on the other side, we have this picture of cyclists. And I wonder if this was like the issue that had cyclists' profile. It had a picture of him wearing a costume he never wore. So I wonder if this is them kind of going, yeah, maybe use some scissors and cut this out and tape it over the cyclist profile picture if you want. We have the excellent men out here. The heads are by David Allens. And something worth noting is that they actually dropped a couple of inclusions since the first series of Handbooks. The new Muties and Miss Marbles, Karen Daggers, before they ruined her by making her into Smelly Brie Larsons. They were listed as members of the team, and I sort of didn't like that they dropped the new Muties characters because they are members of the Excellent Men. They are every bit as much members as the original Excellent Men were when they were students. And then after this, here is that jet that I promised you earlier. Enjoy it. I am shocked that no one has come along and retconned their jet into actually being a mutie jet with a personality and stuff. They do that retcon with almost everything else. Like on this page, the Danger Room. And after this, we have some horrific racism, and I want me videos to be released in China, so I'll skip this. The second Yellow Wasp. This was a character created by Roy Sternman, sort of to finally give wasps her own nemesis, but she kind of quickly ended up turning sides and trying to be a hero. Okay character. And there is some big Simon Waltonson art. Even Galactus Man's profile picture didn't take up a whole page. If Hasbro are wanting to know what their next ASLabs project should be, this suggests to me that you can top your 3-foot Galactus Man figure with a 5-foot Frost Giant, because this picture is definitely bigger than Galactus Man's picture, and it lists his height as over 1,000 foot, whereas Galactus Man is apparently only 28 foot, which is incredibly wrong. There is Liam Neeson from Clash of the Titans. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. But he owes me what you people call a life debt. Right at the back though, and what is about half of this issue, is the appendix, which lists all the alien races in the Marvel Universe. It is a bit boring, helpful, useful, insightful, but boring. Usually with these, I come to it specifically looking for one alien race. One thing it does do is it details races we have only seen one representative of, and that is good. But there is one, but it's right fucking at the back. Bear with us until we get to T. Actually, no, F. That's right, this is before they retconned it. This one here, this is Terminal's Race. This entire entry here might as well be tossed in the bin, because Christopher Clairvoyant, he retconned it. And then Marky Mark and Roger Thomas, they dug themselves into a very big hole of trying to explain it. There is another entry like that as well. One that is totally useless because of severe retconning, and it involves none other than Kurt Busey. It's not a Son of Nimrod video if I didn't point out he is shit. And the entry that I am talking about is Space Pantsmen. Everything you can learn from this entry is retconned by Kurt Busey so that he could make the Space Pantsman his own personal weapon for retconning things that he thinks are shit and that he can do better stories than, which is basically everything. And the other one, another one that has been victim of retconning, but not rendered entirely without interest, is the Living Tribunals from the Defenders. These were the mysterious cosmic entities that forced the Defenders to disband. The first appearance should be listed as Defenders 87 though. We never learnt much about them, and this entry gives us a tiny bit more to gan on, but they were retconned as being a big orcs, and no more details were ever offered on that other than saying that they were orcs. That is this issue of the official Handbook to the Marvel Universe, and I love these, and so does TV's Ben Crompton, so I rate it 7 thumbs up.